Hello, universe. Well, let's be honest. Hello, Spotify. Okay. I am always pressed to come up with a 5, 6, 7, 8-ish minute episode that is essentially an advertisement for Spotify. They don't want something longer than, I think, 10 minutes. I don't even remember. But because Spotify is the real source of people introduced to this that exists, I feel critical that I speak to you specifically. And so this will be what I tag as my introduction to the show, which is the most likely place you are to say, well, what the fuck's this about? And number one, it's all about me, and it's all about swearing, it's all about drugs, it's all about my life as a cretin and my involvement into what I consider today to be a rather spiritually settled and tranquil being, not something of religious affiliation or even some sort of enlightenment moment with God. No, I have just found myself living a better and better life, having better and better results, and pursuing more and more of my dreams in a way that are crystallizing in real time and giving me what I would honestly say is a life I don't deserve. But I'm the one initiating and progressing along the way in all the hardships and victories that come with it. So, of course, it's my life. I'm not insinuating that somehow I've been possessed by some inner demon of lower faith or anything of some supernatural level other than perhaps connecting with all of you. There have been some rather unexplainable phenomena in my life that have occurred in the last, call it a decade, that have affected me, impacted me, moved me for the better. And whether or not that's some tug of my ancient history slapping me in the face, telling me to get my shit together, or some appeal to the universe for some sign that there is purpose and destiny for all of us, or whatever it is, I now feel as if through self-investigation, critical awareness, and some level of emotional confession with myself, well, I've come to a place where I don't know if a lot of men in America are, and that is confident that I'm moving forward with the purpose of making a better world for all of us. And the way I'm trying to do this is, at the moment, through the open mic comedy scene in Denver, Colorado. So, am I funny? No. Can I be funny? Sometimes. Do I have parts of my life that are hilarious? Oh, my God, yes. And that doesn't necessarily qualify for what determines that this is where I'm going. To know that, you really do have to dive a little deeper, or I do. But that is the dart on the map that is the easiest to point to when asked, well, what are you up to? Well, I'm trying to finally bring some conversation to the universe that I think is desperately missing. And that is that we all can do better in the verticals of being kind, forgiving, and understanding of each other. And I don't know that that lends itself to comedy at all times, but it lends itself to comedy enough that I really think we can have this conversation on a bigger level if we open up the conversation in a room full of people that are connected. The whole evolution of technology is serving to disconnect us from each other, even in our own households. And so the idea that human beings are at their best when they're interfacing with each other face to face has never been in doubt by anybody. I think even the generation that grew up with the phone. But certainly the generation that's of my 40 and older, and I'm 53, 40 and older, I think, vividly remember the world without cell phones. But 30 and younger are starting not to, and 20 and younger don't. So there are gaps of who we are leaving us because technology is stealing them. And one place that we can get them back is in the conversation that is blunt-faced reality with each other. We can tell when we're lying face to face. I don't even know really what your tone is in a text message sometimes. So having been burned by plenty of this in the last 4 months even, but certainly in the last 40 years, well, the one place I know I can go and convincingly have a conversation with real people is on open mic night at a comedy show with a bunch of other people who are trying to heal the world in their own way. And to me, this is important. So that's the journey I'm currently on. Will it last more than a month? Let's hope so. It's currently got some momentum to even try to do it twice tonight, and I've only done it once so far, but I'm telling you, I wanted to do this my whole life. I feel, in certain ways, this is my destiny. And so that's why I'm confident exposing it to the world. And I think it's a conversation we all need to have. And I learned a lot on my first open mic night. I learned that the mic part of it is not some dude named Michael coming through to flash the show ever. That is microphone. I mean, we're talking, I need to learn the basics. And this is how life is. Sometimes you think you're ready for something because you've been preparing for it your whole life. And you don't even understand that you have to talk into a microphone. So humble I am. There's so much room to improve on everything we're doing, even the things we think we've mastered. How much have you lent that skill and mastery to the next generation so that it sustains? If you've elevated to the point that you're transcendent, how do you share that with the universe? Are you asking yourself? Because all along the way, if you're not here trying to help, well, then you're not fulfilling your destiny. Your soul's not getting its enrichment, and you may end up here again in a circumstance very unlike or similar to the one you are in, teaching you lessons that you failed to learn the first time. Be open to recognizing when the universe has something to say to you. Be ready to change. I don't care how much you think you've got your shit figured out. And be listening to the people around you for ways that maybe the universe is telling you exactly what you need to hear. So that's what I'm up to. Hello, Spotify. If you're listening to this, I think you're probably making a mistake. You should be doing something else. But if you are listening to this, speed me up. I talk slowly. Expect me to swear. I break down and cry all the time. And I do respect our entire enterprise together. I think humanity is underachieving at a massive scale right now. And I think it's up to the apathetic ones, the ones who know that it's not going right but don't know what to do, to just start doing the right thing. Be a better human to your friends, to your associates, to those around you. Have a better effect on your orbit. What else can you do? Well, as I take that journey, and as I try to make some level of humor, of sense of the chaos, well, drop in once in a while and see if my voice is making more sense. Probably not, but sometimes that's all we got, listening to each other. So that's what I'm up to. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope, seriously, that you have something better to do with your life.